an unsightly, unstraight line of nails if they're going to remain exposed. And in this case, I think it's a design feature. Okay,
This is a usual scene.
he drilled pilot holes for those nails too. They're going in a very specific placement.
Of nailing. It's good to see comments showing an interest in nailing. Thank you.
Yeah, comments showing an interest in nailing. The skill he's demonstrating here is to take it right down and leave them all slightly proud. It looks like he didn't countersink, he didn't leave any mule tracks, he never missed. He's driving into a pre-drilled hole, but you've got to pay attention. Because if he missed with a hammer blow right here, I mean, maybe you could put a wet piece of cloth on there and an iron, and the iron will heat and maybe boil the water in that hoof print and raise it up a little bit, but it would have to come out. It would have to come out, and he'd have to have another board, but he didn't miss. I bet he rarely misses.
I nailed it rhythmically this time too.
And then the chalk line wipes off, and the nails are perfect, end to end. Good trick. Wow, okay. That's not a planer, that's slicing off a veneer. Look at that. All right, we get a tour. The blinding light. Yeah. What kind of finish do you guys put on these things? To my friends in Japan, what's that finish? Is that a tung oil? What is that on that cedar? Doors. So much you couldn't show, but 5 months. Beautiful stairs, look at those things. Okay, those planks are slab grain, they're not vertical grain. I hope they don't cup. That would break somebody's heart. The knots are a nice contrast. Light, light, and more light. So just like the Korean build video, comment like crazy. Tell us what we're seeing here, like those mats. Is that a tatami mat? I don't know, I don't understand a tenth of what I've just watched. Look at that beautiful, elegant square cut on the end of that railing. Simple, just simple. It would not be code compliant here, that railing, but do we care? No, it's just so perfect. But there are so many questions. There's no question about his consummate craftsmanship. He's strong, he's smart, he's teaching his boy. The sequence of events is different there. I mean, we put the drywall in, get the wall finish taken care of, and then, the final woodwork goes in. This is sort of integrated. It all happens sort of at the same time. Those desks. Love that railing. Classic. Okay, I'm going to stop it right here because I want you to go to his channel. Shoyan Japanese Carpenter. I think there are multiple. This is the third installment in this process, I guess, or maybe it's other builds. But whatever he has done that they put a camera on is worth watching. And for that matter, even though the voiceover is translation from Japanese, and so you can't get any of the subtleties of what he's saying as he talks. And you better believe that there are subtleties in his narration if you were able to understand his language. You could speak to us on that. How does he articulate? Is he as impressive in his communication as he is in his work? I don't know. But once again, we get a look at something on YouTube that we would never be able to imagine if we hadn't been to Japan to see it. And we didn't have to go to Japan to see it. Watch his channel. Subscribe. Let him know how much you appreciate it if you haven't already become acquainted with this. And let this just be one more brick in the wall, right, of an appreciation for the fact that wherever humans are, however they contrive to make the things that protect them from nature and enable them to function in this world, we can learn something from every single